How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of MeatballCraft. I'm just over here looking at myself, admiring how cool we look with this new Terra Steel armor. Anyways, I'm just going to get right into it. So on the last episode, we progressed further into Botania a little bit, and we were able to set up like a cool little mana generation that eats a whole bunch of cake, and we store a lot of it in these pools. And then we also got the Mana Enchanter. Pretty much going to use this, combine it with the Laser Disenchanter over there from Actually Editions. And we're able to duplicate enchanted books, at least the good ones. And that's pretty much what I did. I got the Terra Steel stuff. And we now have Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. So there's still some things I want to address. The fact that we have Unbreaking 5 books, but whenever I used an anvil, it turned into Unbreaking 3. And I think what's happening is that the vanilla anvil system doesn't really work well with super powered books. So whenever I put the Unbreaking 5 book on an anvil, it kind of freaked out and just said, you know what, you're getting Unbreaking 3 instead. A way around that is to do some kind of enchanting that directly copies the enchantment. So similar to the Mana Enchanter, it's just that this is only going to let me do one book at a time. I think in the long run, we want to use what's called the enchantment applicator from Industrial Foregoing. And it even tells you right there, can apply enchantments over the anvil limit. And this is honestly not too bad. We can probably do it right now, except for the plastic, but this isn't the focus of today. So I'm going to hold off on it for a little while, because, you know, even for now, these enchantments are pretty good. Instead, what I want to do today is continue with our initial plan. I want to get the Ring of Odin. I'm pretty confident we can get this kind of soon, because we're geared up, we're pretty powerful, and what's next is to fight the Gaia Guardian. And then after that, I finally want to take a look at some of the dimensions, and the first one is the Furnace Dimension. I've been wanting to visit this for quite a while, and it is about time. And we also have to solve a puzzle here. I'm not going to cheat. No. We have to solve the puzzle. So that's what we're going to do. Get the Ring of Odin, and then go on our merry way, stretch our legs, because I do realize we've been kind of in this area for quite a while, right? It's time to explore some more. That is the nature of the pack, and we shouldn't be ignoring that too much. So for us to fight the Gaia Guardian, there's a couple of things we're going to need. We need 4 of these Gaia Pylons. These are not bad at all. Just some Elementium, Pixie Dust, and the Mana Pylons. It's just a bunch of iron, diamond, and ender pearls, honestly. And we need 4 of these, and we also need a beacon. So this is where I'm a little nervous. I don't know how expensive this is. It is vanilla. Yeah, we're going to have to find another star. So I'm going to try a couple of intestines in a little bit, see if I can get one out of that. I don't think we're going to, because I think the rate is really low. And I'm going to open like a couple of stacks. If we don't get it, we're just going to fight it like normal. So I guess while we're doing this, another thing I wanted to address real quick about the mana battery. I was complaining here how these 4 pools are always lower than everything else. You see how everything is about half filled, except for these on the adjacent side, right? I figured out what was happening. It's not because of those, so everything else is fully filled. It's because they're right on top of the mana spreaders. So I think how these work is that they will pull mana from any adjacent mana pool, including the ones on top. So what's going on is that this guy is pushing mana into here, and it just sends it back and then distributes everywhere else. So this is actually one of the main reasons why we're bottlenecked. So I think what I can do just for now is like break it and then, you know, put them down here. I think this is fine. I'm assuming they go through the flowers like that. So I think that's working now. 2 flowers per mana spreader. And now these guys should fill up correctly. Yeah. Okay, they're a little more. I had realized that on the last episode. I was looking through the footage and I kind of realized to myself, wait, I made a mistake. And I wanted to address this before we continue. They're still bottlenecked because these cakes are so strong. So of course the next step is to get those Gaia mana spreaders. But of course we need the Gaia Guardian for that. So let's continue what we were doing. That is opening a bunch of intestines. Hopefully we'll get nether stars out of that. I'm about to make the biggest mess that anyone has ever seen. Give me my magnet. Keep it on me. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I just need one nether star. Please. Oh. Oh, we got 2 already? Wow. I only opened like 2 stacks so far. Okay, so this is how we get nether stars. I told you, one of the first episodes, we have a nether star farm, technically. Let me see how many I can get with all of this. Oh, no, I didn't mean to. I right-clicked too fast. Oh man, you guys can't scare me like that. I think everything is chunk claimed, so nothing's actually gonna explode, but still, you can't scare a guy like that. I totally deserve that though. But at least that's confirmed, our armor is actually really strong, and the mending does keep it repaired. Alright, I'm just gonna take that as a sign that I probably shouldn't be doing this too much. I think what happened was I finished an intestine stack, and a paper landed on me. I just right-clicked it by accident. But we have 2 nether stars. We're only going to use 1, and I should be able to craft a beacon just like that. Yup. Thank you. Okay, so I should have everything for the Gaia fight. We just need a beacon to power it up, and then put the 4 Gaia pylons in the area. And I already had this area prepared for it for quite a while. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make it a different color. And there we go. Nice and red. And it also differentiates the Botania area. It's still technically Botania, but I'm still trying to do that whole color thing, right? I think it looks pretty cool. And I guess what I should do also is upgrade the book. If you don't know, you just throw it in here. It upgrades it. Don't throw anything else in there though, because it will delete. Just keep that in mind. If it doesn't have a recipe, it's a trash can. I'm not reading that. We're looking for the Ritual of Gaia, and this should tell me how to build it. Oh man, I'm absolutely gonna miss the center of this thing, right? Hang on. I was actually pretty close. Okay, so we'll just build the thing like this. We'll build it 1 higher than it tells me to, just so I don't dig into the ground. Bring home the bacon, or the beacon, right? And I think with that, it's ready. So really, one way to find out is to just go at it. And I'm gonna fully commit to it. So the first Gaia Guardian fight, you have to give it a piece of Terra Steel. Okay, there's something wrong with this magnetizer. It seems to just not work whenever I relog into the world until I update it. It's so weird. I don't get it. But anyways, you have to give the beacon a Terra Steel, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty confident we're like way more powerful than we usually should be for a tier 1 Gaia fight, but one way to find out, right? Do a couple squats, as always, and we go in there. Yeah. I made this area 25 by 25 because that's what the quests or the HEI recommends. It looks like it is enough. Can I right click? Oh, I can hit him with ranged. Thought you couldn't. Oh, this guy has no chance. He's not even hitting me. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I'm sorry. And this is where he spawns a whole ton of mobs, right? Man, it's been a while since I fought this guy. You know what? This is a good mob farm, right? I don't know what's going on. Am I like piercing enemies? I totally am. I don't know why. What's the deal? I think I have something that pierces enemies. I'm not gonna complain. It's really powerful. All right, and you have no chance. Where are you? Yeah. Go to sleep. Okay. And then we're withered for like about 50 minutes, but we're fine. We're fine. Yeah. Okay. We had no trouble there. Easy fight. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get like an obsidian chest and just dump all our winnings there. So the tier 1 Gaia Guardian, I don't think it really gives us anything of value until we get tier 2. Yeah, so it pretty much just drops the tier 1 Gaia Spirit. And we have to combine this with Terra Steel to get the Gaia Spirit ingot. And we just throw that into here and we fight the tier 2 Gaia Guardian. And that one should be a little more tougher. I'm just going to go into it. Our armor is pretty good, not even damaged at all. I think we're fine. And perfect timing too, because it's going to be sunset, right? Alright, let's see how strong the tier 2 is. Oh, we're fine. See, I'm not even taking damage. Where is he? I'm wondering if there's a way you can stop him from teleporting. And if you guys don't know what's going on, don't worry, neither do I. I'm just holding right click to win. Oh, oops. Man, the music is too good. I can just stand here and jam out to it all day. Yeah, we're pretty strong. He's not doing any damage to us. Alright, enough. Enough playing around with the food. Okay, we get a bunch of stuff. I don't know what I got. Just throw it in here and we'll sort it out later. Anyways, so the tier 2 Gaia Guardian drops the Dice of Fate, and this is how we get our Rings of Odin. There are 6 total, and it's just kind of like a gamble to see if we get it. And we got not the Ring of Odin. We got the Ring of Thor, which is activated Terror Shatterers will have an increased range. So if I want to like destroy the world, there it is. But I'm not looking for that. So we pretty much just have to rinse and repeat until we get the Ring of Odin. Just watch, it's going to be the final one, right? And there's the Ring of Odin. Okay, thank you. Of course, it took all 6 of them. So this is probably the best reward we can get from this. You can check out the tooltip there. We get 20 more health. We become immune to basically everything that isn't, you know, actually getting hit. And then this is pretty much all the spoils we got. We got a lot of loot. We even got more than a stack of Gaia Spirits, which I can use for some shenanigans. I don't really know what yet. And so I was also looking through some of the rewards we get from Gaia. And it turns out it goes up to like tier 4. I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure that's an extra botany thing. But for us to go to tier 3, we need a challenge ticket, which is not happening anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah, this looks atrocious. Actually, yeah, we should be able to do the challenge ticket because we can also make photonium in a runic altar. Elementium, gilded mashed potato, whatever that is. So we might be able to do this, but I'm going to hold off on it because, again, it's not really the focus for this episode. I really just wanted the Ring of Odin, and then we can go exploring. So before I actually get into exploring, there's a couple of other things that I wanted to make for us. One of them being the wheels. So this is another drop we get from the Gaia Guardian. It's these wheels, and they can be crafted with the helmet to add the following effect. Okay, so it looks like there's 6 of them. And I don't know if I can put more than one on the helmet, but I think the one I want is the Will of Varric. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Critical hits pierce through armor. And because every one of her hits is a critical hit, I think everything is going to pierce through armor. So that's probably a major buff. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess we'll see, right? Critical hits pierce through armor. Will of Varric, yeah. Okay, and what happens if I craft it with another one? Oh, they stack. Oh, I might as well do that then. Okay, so right now we have 4 of them. Critical hit damage increases with lower HP, and then strong slowness effect. Pierces through armor and applies a wither effect. All right, so we're pretty strong. Oh, we have a little thing in front of us on our face. Okay, cool. And these are repeats, so I can't really use these, I don't think. So I'm just going to put them back. And then next up, as promised, I did want to craft a couple of these mana spreaders. I'm going to try for 4 of them. That's really cheap stuff. Just Gaia Spirit, the mana spreaders themselves, and the Dragon Stone, which is mana diamonds. I guess we'll play test it a little bit to see how strong they really are. These alone, it's actually going to improve our throughput because they're not going to be bottlenecked. Yeah, oh, they're doing just fine. So we're pretty geared up. We have even stronger armor. We have a lot more health, and now we're like immune to fire, suffocation, fall damage. And what's next is I want to move a little bit faster while we're on our exploration. So there's something that I like to craft. It's called the, I think it's called the Sash. Sojourner Sash. Yeah, provides a hidden, there's 3 Ds there. It provides a hidden speed 1 effect and allows for auto stepping, so I can just sprint. Okay, so it says the Globetrotter Sash is an upgrade. So I'm gonna craft it. It shouldn't be too bad. Just a couple of runes, leather, mana steel, and this is Elementium and Gaia Spirits. And thank you. Okay. Right click it, we have it on now. I think it even shows up on our character somewhere, right? No, that's fine. So it's not really going to work. As you see, we're not really running any faster. That is because I have to have mana on me. It's a feature that I totally ignored and skipped until now. So we need to, first of all, have somewhere to store our mana. And I think we can use a mana band. And it looks like the strongest tier needs the tier 3 Gaia Guardian. So we're not going to do that right now. So I should be able to craft the greater band of mana, which needs the regular band of mana. And this is also pretty cheap. And for us to charge it, we're going to use another mana pool. And I'll put it down like basically wherever, and you need a spark as well. Okay, so this one is going to be our dedicated charger mana pool. So we give it a spark and a dominant augment. So it pulls all of the mana and keeps it stocked up. Then I can tell it to, where's my wand? Right here. Shift right click so it feeds into our little device, and there we go. And turn off my magnet because I always forget. And there we go. So now it's just going to charge up with a ton of mana. And okay, it should be fully charged now. We put it on, and now we have a good source of mana. And now I should be able to move so much faster, and now I have step speed. Oh man. So I spent a little bit of time looking through the book to see if there's anything else I would want. And from what I can see, not really. I think we have pretty much everything we want to be pretty powerful for now. So I think with that, we should be ready to go exploring and go looking for that furnace dimension. Okay, so to get to the furnace dimension, we do have to solve a puzzle. And this is a feature of the mod pack that I really like. You have a couple of these puzzles, there's so many of them. And they don't really give you like a solution directly. You have to figure it out, and I love that. Yes, you can cheat, but I'm not going to. So I think in order to get to the furnace dimension, we have to get this flint and furnace, which we would craft using this recipe. Ever-burning flint, we just need to melt the emberstone. I think we can do that with Tinker's Construct. Yeah. But the ever-burning furnace, this is something we have to get from the puzzle, I think. And it involves the portable furnace. So this thing tells you nether brick, nether brick, nether brick, skull, nether roof. No idea what that means, but it does hint at the nether roof, so maybe that has something to do with it. So maybe there's stuff on top of the roof. I haven't even considered that, if they can build structures up there. So we may have to check that out. So we are going to need that portable furnace. We did pick it up on one of the exploration episodes. At least I thought I did. Uh-oh. Guys, I don't see it. Hang on, where did it go? If it's not in there, then it's in probably some kind of decrepit storage solution somewhere. It's not here. Oh, I'm gonna have to look for another one, right? Yeah, I don't think we have it. Hang on, let me go check the old house. Hello, Grawa, I have returned. You didn't steal my portable furnace, right? Please tell me you didn't. Oh no, tax evasion. I know I recorded myself picking it up, so it'd be pretty funny if you can see somewhere if I left it. I don't know. We're gonna have to find another one. That's okay. It was in this little structure right here. So we're pretty much looking for the same thing. Yeah, I could have sworn I've seen another one. Yeah, over here. Okay, so we want to go over here. I think this is one of the things that I found off camera, but I didn't really actually go in there. Look how much stuff I've explored. All of this stuff is because of the player launcher, I think. There it is. I'm just here for the furnace. That's all I'm going to get. I'm not going to loot the rest of it because I don't think there was anything here. Yeah, I remember this weird furnace stairs. Yeah, this is the one. I have no idea what happened to the first one. If I even picked it up. I don't know. Someone's going to have to look back at the footage. But we got it, and we have to go back to the nether. I think that's what's next, right? Nether brick, nether brick, nether brick, skull, nether roof. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that means. But if it says nether roof, that's got to be way up here, right? Oh, what? There's no roof? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was bedrock. Okay, let's go exploring a little bit here. We're looking for something. Void anvil? Oh, there's some good stuff up here, dang. Shadow gem? Not as good, but I'll keep it. This looks suspicious. Okay, yeah, you're suspicious. To enter the monolith, you should use the vengeance and retaliation keys. Entering in other ways is cheating. I think this is for blood magic whenever we get there. So I don't think it's really relevant for us right now. So I'm assuming there's a structure up here I'm looking for. I don't think it's this one. This is for electro blobs. Yeah, I don't think it's this. It's got something to do with nether brick and a skull on top of it. What about you? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, I can't leave. If you guys want to fight, you're getting a fight. Okay. But now I know those things are traps. Don't do that. Okay, that's a new structure. A pretty big one too. You might want to harvest all of it too because of the demon alloys. Oh, there's some mad things in there. You're EMCable. Never mind. I don't have to mine you. Alright, what's in here? Oh, this is kind of freaky. Okay, I'm kind of scared. Nah, get me out of here. This freaks me out. I don't think I'm supposed to be in there yet. It looks like it's kind of warded or something. Is that it? That's a new structure. Nether brick. Uh-huh. More nether brick. And then skull on top, maybe? Amphitheater skull. Okay, I think this is it. Do I have to right click it on the very top, maybe? Oh, don't look at me like that. Right click it. I'm gonna figure this out. I promise. I will figure it out. I'm pretty sure this is the structure I have to look for. It's got something to do with the skull. Shift right click. Guys, I don't think it's working. What if it's a crafting table recipe? Nether brick, nether brick, nether brick. There we go. Skull. I don't know. I'm just trying things out. Oh wait, I just broke this chest. There's something in here. Nether brick. Oh no, this guy's obsessed with nether brick. The portable furnace seems to hold some type of secret. If only I had a demonically gargantuan amount of netherite to ignite it. What do you mean by a gargantuan amount of netherite? Is that a thing? Okay, we're at least a little closer, I think. And I think it's literally telling me what it wants. If only I had a demonically gargantuan amount of netherite to ignite it. There is literally a demonically gargantuan drum. Maybe that's what it's asking for. This is doable. Klein bottle is just glass bottles and ender pearls. Reinforced drums. This is all just vanilla resources. Pretty easy. Demon ingots is gold ingot into a single lava source surrounded by nether brick. So we can craft this drum. It sounds like I'm going to have to fill it up with 65,536 buckets of netherite. So each ore is 288. I'm assuming this is it. If it's not, that's going to be really funny. That seems like a little bit of a challenge. So we may have to take a step back from that and set up a way to actually mine this stuff. Okay, so the answer to this puzzle is turning out to be a little tricky. I was doing some math here. 65,536 buckets. I can actually take out my calculator to do this. If you didn't know, shift right click, it turns into an actual calculator. So 65536. This isn't buckets, mind you. So multiply by 1,000 to get millibuckets. See how bad this is gonna get. And then divide by 288. Which is what each netherite ore will give us. 227,555 netherite. I was already going around mining a couple of this stuff, thinking, oh, I think I'll be okay because I was off by a factor of 1,000 because I didn't convert from millibuckets to buckets. So I was okay with mining 4 stacks by hand, but not 200,000 of this stuff. But I want to try something before we actually decide to mine a metric butt ton of this stuff. So what I was thinking, it says that it needs a demonically gargantuan amount of netherite, but it doesn't really specify how much. So what if I just have like a little bit in the tank? I'm curious. So I'm still going to make the tank, and I should be able to craft the drum right now because I got everything else crafted. So I'm hoping maybe it just needs a little bit. Because how this drum works, I think if you give it a fluid, it becomes that fluid. So for example, if I give it a water bucket, you see that? It changes color. So maybe this is what it's looking for. So maybe I can just get away with using one. I don't know. Let's go back home and try that out. Okay, so I had just enough netherite around me to make enough for a bucket, I think. Yes. Then we grab that bucket, place this guy down. And then it is now a netherite bucket. Maybe this works. Maybe it just needs to be considered a netherite bucket. I have no idea. What happens if I right click it? What if I put the skull on top? That's convincing, right? It's gotta work. No? Okay, one more idea. What if I put it on top of the structure that I found this stuff in? No? Man, I'm running out of ideas. What if I just throw it into the fluid itself? Okay, so I do have another idea. And this is what I'm kind of thinking, because the ever-burning furnace, it's red on the inside. So what if I just have to fill it using a fluid transposer? Then I'll just plug it into power wherever for now. Yeah, okay, I don't think this works. Guys, I think I'm going crazy. I've tried so much stuff and I can't figure this out. I even tried to put the portable furnace into an actual furnace and then putting the drum as a fuel source. I don't think that's working either. I think we really have to fill this thing up to the max, which is a really big project because that's a ton of netherite. And just to show you how much it actually is, again, we can do the math. 65536 times 1,000 and then divide by 144 because that's how much one ingot is worth. So we would need to figure out how to get 455,000 netherite ingots. I've been on this furnace adventure for a while, and I think I'm starting to understand the guy who wrote this book. This guy's going crazy. I'm going crazy. We gotta figure this out. So there's multiple ways to get netherite. Of course, one of the main ways is to just mine the stuff. If we want to set up a miner, we can probably start off with using a RF Tools builder. This one is doable, but I was thinking about it. We do need 500,000. This only mines a certain area, and I kind of want to figure out a completely passive solution so that we can do other stuff while we're waiting around for that. So I was looking at the other ways to get netherite, and I think this is what we want to do. We want to farm wildfires because they each have a chance of giving 40 netherite ingots, and it's also affected by looting, so we can get even more. So we have to figure out a way to spawn this, and I'm thinking that we just go the industrial foregoing route using the mob duplicator. So once we get the mob duplicator, we have to give it some essence for it to work. And a good way to farm essence is using a mob crusher. And I'm thinking to help us out with the netherite farming, we can use a drop of evil and make a cursed earth farm in the nether. And lucky for us, the Gaiaphite actually spawns wither skeletons. And I think we have a couple of drops of evil. Yeah, we have a couple. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a mod farm in the nether and also figure out a way to power up the mob crusher out there. And one way I was thinking of is actually getting into flux networks. I believe this is cheap-ish. It is doable. Yeah, it's doable. We just have to get into a little bit of more advanced crafting. And if you don't know what flux networks is, it's just a good way to transfer your power cross-dimensionally. So to get started with flux network, you just need to get to bedrock. Drop a bunch of redstone on the ground. We'll try it for 4 stacks. And right click it. Oh, it's left click the obsidian. Oh yeah, there it is. So we get a bunch of this flux dust. And this is really the main crafting ingredient. Yeah, let's just make a truly unreasonable amount of it. It's all going to be used, I promise. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, this assembly table is really slow. I gotta upgrade it. So these iron chipsets are used to make the flux cores, and we actually need a bunch of them. We're going to need this flux controller, a flux point, and a flux plug. But to get the flux controller, you need these flux blocks, and each one needs 4 cores. So that's a lot of iron chipsets, and this guy is not very good. And do you guys remember how I said in one of the earlier episodes that I'm really bad at claiming quests? Yeah, I really should claim them because they got some extra lasers. Because these are kind of tricky to craft. So I guess I am going to have to go back on my word. We're not really going to do exploration. We're going to do technology next. At least enough to like set up this assembly table. Maybe a better source of power. And then a mob farm right after that to get a gross amount of resources. And hopefully at the end of it, we get netherite. We need 500,000 of it or so. This is going to be a fun project, but it's pretty funny to think about. I was assuming the furnace dimension was going to be pretty easy to get to because it's unlocked right after chapter 2. It's right over here, this quest line. But I did not think we need a ton of resources. We're already in the 500,000s. And I know you can argue, like, burning, just wait for another time to do this. Now we're going for it. I need to see what that dimension is. And now I truly understand the obsession of this dude with the furnaces. Furnaces are my life. I love them. This is why I must head to the furnace dimension. I need to get there. But we'll go ahead and hold off on that until the next episode. It's going to be a lot of technology, and setting up mob farms and a lot of resource stuff as well. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.